Hi, this is Greg with Lionquestfitness. Today we're going to talk about the viability of a Ruger 1022 as a self-defense, home self-defense implement. Let me say this, I want to be deliberate in any shot I put downrange, and that's how I practice. The reason being, every shot you fire, you're accountable for. I also want to quote the legendary Bill Jordan, and if you don't know who Bill Jordan is, you need to look him up. But he made the comment that speed is fine, but accuracy is final. And especially if you are shooting a firearm like a 22 rifle, you want that accuracy in your shots. So let's look at the Ruger 1022. Okay, first off, those buckhorn sights and that little bead right there, not very conducive to expert marksmanship. In fact, I've been meaning to do this for a long time, but put a different set of sights on this firearm. However, in a pinch, they're certainly adequate. And you know, if you were going to trick this out for a home self-defense situation, you might want to add a light. Although I don't particularly like them, you may want to put a red dot on the gun. Now, 22 rimfire, infamous for not cycling, infamous for misfiring. All right. So you have to be very careful of whatever ammunition you use. You need to find a 22 bullet that cycles well in the firearm. And for this gun, I found that the CCI mini mags work well. However, it's a CCI mini mags LR long rifle, not the hollow points, because when I shoot the hollow points through this gun, about every fifth round I'll get a jam. So a lot of people complain about these Ruger BX25 magazines for not feeding well. A lot of it has to do with the ammo that you're running through it. Now I find if I run the right ammo through it, like the CCI Mini Mags LR, that they cycle fine. And you've got 25 rounds, and I guarantee you that 22 rounds to the center of your target are probably going to have a lot to do to stop or thwart an attack on your person, on your family, etc. All right, what are the advantages? First off, little or no recoil. Very good for someone who's getting on up in years, somebody who has arthritis or carpal tunnel syndrome. All right, it's a light firearm and very maneuverable in tight places as well. If you fire this indoors, it's not going to wreck your hearing and distort your perceptions of what's going on around you from the noise of a blast. I had a guy correspond with me a few years ago who lived in Texas, and during that time they'd had some severe flooding, and a Ruger 1022 was his bug out gun, and having to get from point A to point B in skiffs, boats, getting through water, wading through water. And this is an excellent firearm for the kind of animals and pests that come out in a flood. You know, rats, feral dogs, and other small game type animals that can become very hazardous in that type of situation. And last but not least, in a pinch, not necessarily recommended, but in a pinch, it could be used to protect your life. All right, Ruger 1022. This may be the only firearm you can afford. This may be the only firearm you have available. Also, there's other very fine semi-auto 22 rifles out there that could be used besides the 1022. You know, this may be the only gun that, because of physical disability, getting on up in age, that you can get shots on target with. And accuracy is so important in self-defense. But on the other hand, it pays to have a backup.